The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 2, titled Infected. Rick's journey from warrior to killer to pacifist back to warrior. That's the theme of this episode. And the theme of many of the characters using the main character's character journey and character arc as the overall thematic of what everybody else is feeling in this episode. Different generations, new characters, old characters. Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven. I don't know if any of you fanboys have watched the great Western, because the Western is the cog, is the beginning of this sort of genre that we're in with The Walking Dead. This is where this sort of thematics of the journeys of The Walking Dead started with the Western genre. So I'll use the metaphor of Clint Eastwood in the movie Unforgiven. Here's a man. Watch this film. It's a brilliant film, by the way. Here's a man who tried to be a farmer, but he's a natural born killer in the way it is in the world that you live in. So Rick tries to be a farmer, but he's really a natural born killer. He's a natural born warrior, just like Clint Eastwood was in Unforgiven. So he spends the whole movie trying to be somebody else, but in the world that he lives in, he is the other person, just like Rick's journey. There's a flu-like bug in the midst, so perhaps everybody is infected. It seems to be the new enemy of Walking Dead. Kind of a cool new enemy where it's not just like... I always thought the governor role in like season past was like really overrated and way over the top, and I kind of was never convinced of this conflict between the governor's camp and then Rick's camp. And so I kind of think that the external kind of enemy is a better enemy for the Walking Dead kind of like climate and the Walking Dead kind of setting, because there already are external enemies in the walkers, in the zombies, so you don't need to kind of have like a new enemy who's another person. I always felt that kind of arc was kind of a little bit ridiculous, so I like the whole infection and disease kind of enemy and what they're going to do about it. There's a lot of focus on the younger generation in this episode and the episode before. Obviously, they're going to take these two sisters that we're being introduced to. They probably have a long season long arc. Carol, who's an interesting character, I know she's very polarizing on the blogosphere. She's trying to prepare these kids for the future, then knowing that it's a different world now. But the kids were formed like they knew the old world. They were young enough to be developed in the old world, so they're still at that age where there's two worlds for them, and they still like the older world where they don't have to be killers, and this is what their journeys are. Just like it was for Rick, where he went full circle in many different ways. It's almost like the threats in being in survival mode is better than relaxation and farming for this world of The Walking Dead, because you don't want to get too relaxed, because as soon as you get too relaxed, you get a little bit lazy socialism, and you basically stop focusing on development. But at the same time, it's the whole argument of Walking Dead. Is it the evolution of these characters, or is it the de-evolution of these characters, which makes this show interesting? I know that there's a whole other audience out there who likes to watch the zombies getting killed and whatnot, but that's really what this show is about. And the more they concentrate with episodes like this, the better the show is. That's my 2 cents.